How's it going today, guys? Gameaholic here with another Retro Modern Pickups video. I know you guys absolutely love the mix and jumble of random stuff that we get here. I collect everything. That hasn't changed. Let's take a look and see what we added to my collection today. First up on the list, it's loose, but it's Brawl Out for PS4. Now, to my knowledge, when I was doing research on this game, this is like a weird cartoony version of like Super Smash Brothers. It's definitely not on the lengths of, like, let's say PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, but it is an interesting enough game, and for some reason it still holds its value at like $20-some, even though the game is offline and all that. But I got this for around $2, so I can't complain. Also adding to the collection, now I had this on 360, but didn't have it on PS3, and that is Fallout 3. I do have most of the Fallout series at the moment. If not, I think I might actually have everything. But I didn't have the PS3 version of Fallout, so that was pretty okay to add to the collection. It was free, so can't complain. Next up to add to the list, now I don't mainly talk about sports games, really, unless it's something worth talking about. But this is NCAA Football 11. Now, I am on the process of trying to get all the NCAA games before 14, when the market obviously went nuts for 14 and shot through the roof. But I do like some of these older college football games, so that's why I started picking these up. Next up on the list, another game that we have for the 360, but the price was cheap enough to get it for the PS3, and that is Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. This is the not-for-resale version, and I decided to flip the cover art, so I have both cover arts displaying in my collection. But you know this is the over-the-top version of Marvel vs. Capcom 3 with all the newer characters and everything. For around $2.50, wow, I'm not going to complain. It's still a $20 game, and still holds its replay value today. Next, adding to the collection, finally got it, Mirror's Edge. Now, last time, or a long time ago on this channel, we talked about Catalyst, and I was missing the other Mirror's Edge, which I did end up finding for PS3 for around $5. So I paid a little bit more than I should have, but I was okay, because there's only 2 games in the collection in that genre, that franchise to my knowledge. So that is why I picked this up at that price. To close that out real quick. Next, adding to the collection, a game I know nothing about. Thanks, Dave. That is Shepherd's Crossing. So, to my research, this is kind of a cross between Final Fantasy-ish and Harvest Moon, if that makes any sense. I'll let the footage speak for itself. But I got this for a couple bucks from Dave, so thanks. I don't know what the hell it is, but at the time that I purchased it from you, I wanted it, so okay. Next, adding to the collection, I am on the hunt for some of the Transformers games, and this is Revenge of the Fallen for PS2. Now, to my knowledge, this is fairly terrible, this one. The one that I actually enjoyed playing the most was the very first movie, the game. So this is going to be an interesting playthrough when I finally get around to it. I'm not going to complain for around $2, so it is what it is. So the final 3 games we're adding to the collection, one I have never heard of, one closed out a collection, and the other one was just like for $1, and it's that version. Let's check them out. First game being the, okay, didn't know what it was, and that's Hidden Invasion. So when this popped up in the stream, I didn't know what the hell to think. It looked like an arcadey, over-the-top friggin' shoot. Like, I can't even describe it. I'll let the footage definitely speak for itself. But when I did my research on it, it looked interesting enough to pick up. So, for around $2, I am not going to complain. The next game in the collection is the one that closed the collection, and that is Time Crisis 3. As you know, I am a big fan of the rail shooters, or just shooters in general, so missing this one in my collection was crucial of getting. That's kind of my problem. If I know there's 10 games in a franchise and I have 9 of them, I will go out of my way just to close out that collection right away. Time Crisis happened to be one of those games. So I paid around $6 for this, which is obviously not a lot. It's still less than market value. But that's the whole point of doing this show, is to show you that I can get good games, decent games, for lower prices. It's all about the grind. And that's why I mention that. And the final game that we're adding to the list is a movie-based title. It's loose, but it does still hold some value. And that is Spider-Man 3. Just to come across this for $1 is absolutely amazing. It's based off of the movie. It's obviously the definitive version of it because it's on the later console. I do have the PS2 version, but not the PS3. And the funny story about this was, in that exact same stream I was watching on Whatnot when I purchased this, the guy was like, it might have to be resurfaced, etc., etc. And I'm like, PS3 games don't tend to get scratched up real bad unless, some gamers use them as coasters. With this one, it was just basically super dirty. I cleaned it up, and hey, for $1, and it plays. It's fine. There's nothing really wrong with it. So this was outstanding to add to the collection for that price. Thanks again, guys, for tuning into another Retro Modern Pickups video. It is amazing that we have so many of these videos out, so many more of these videos coming out. I think at the time of shooting this video, I have roughly enough to take me for a whole year, which is absolutely insane. Obviously, some of these prices and items might reflect pricing later on down the road, but that's okay. And as always, guys, stay retro.